You're in for a real treat I tell ya, of me whooping your ass, cause I'm the notorious one. GeniusPieTrap, not Conor McGregor, though I fight like him and probably could whoop his ass anyway. But this is my show, I guess? I don't know. Guys, I make a bazillion Steam tutorials, and to be quite honest, I have ran out of Steam videos and I haven't made a video in a while, and I felt like making a video. I thought about doing some Let's Plays of certain games, but I thought, I'll show you guys some what I've been playing, stuff like that, and maybe I'll make it a regular thing. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Maybe the GeniusPieTrap Super Show. I know, very clever. If you guys got any ideas, put them in the comments below. Basically, my goal here with this show is to give you guys something to watch and also listen to, because you all love my sweet, sexy voice. And I gotta tell you, I have had a long fucking day. It is hot as shit. Day started out where basically it's Saturday today and I had to go to my job because this YouTube thing is definitely not paying the bills. So I have an office job, into the office, and normally I don't work on Saturdays. I shouldn't work on Saturdays, but we are busy as shit. So I had to go into the office today at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning. I had to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning. Terrible, 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 terrible. No one should have to wake up that frickin' early on a Saturday. So that means I had to wake up at like 3:45 by the time I shower up, get ready. So here's the thing though. So that pissed me off already in the morning. Already in a bad mood. So I'm getting ready, I take my shower, I get all ready, I go to grab my shoes, and like I said, it's hot as hell. So, and I had to go somewhere directly after work, so I'm gonna grab my flippity flops, right? I decide to wear my flippity flops to work, but I'm not allowed to wear them through to my office, okay? Like, I have to go through a manufacturing plant to get to my office. So anyway, so I grab some socks and I grab the shoes that I'm going to wear at work. Put my flip-flops on, drive off to work. Alright, everything's fine. Go, get to work, put on the shoes. And mind you, this is like 4:45, so it's pitch freaking black. I can't see anything, right? Put on my shoes, never noticed a thing. And I'm walking with these shoes on through the dark-ass parking lot, and it feels, what first feels like that one shoe like isn't tied very tight or something, okay? But I keep walking, I get to where there's some lights, I notice I am literally wearing 2 different shoes. How I did not notice that, I have no idea. And it was the only 2 shoes I had, and I can't wear the flip-flops, so I basically had to go to work with 2 different shoes on. I mean, there was no time to like go back. It's like a half-hour, 40-minute drive either way, so I had no time to go get these shoes back. So, quite embarrassing, because, you know, I mean, I know I would laugh at someone that wore 2 different shoes to the office, okay? If you can laugh at yourself, it's usually not too bad, and people will laugh along with you, and so it was made for a funny story, I thought, though it was a terrible start to my already terrible day just because I had to frickin' work. But after that, it got better, because after that I had a deep tissue massage scheduled. Now, if you don't know what a deep tissue massage is, they're wonderful. Oh, they caress and rub your shoulders and rub your all over the place. But a deep tissue massage, which costs more, they really work the muscles. So anyway, I had that, and it is wonderful. You lay down on this table, and she rubs me down with all these oils, and just a nice deep tissue massage. I also train MMA, martial arts, that sort of thing, and I get sore. Just a nice treat for myself, I guess, for my body to feel awesome after a hard day of whooping some ass. But anyway, got done with work, got done with the massage, plopped my ass in my new steel case chair to turn on Steam and play some video games. And the first thing I played today was Dungeon Souls, a early access game. And man, I gotta tell you guys, lot of fun. I really like this game so much. I'm very buzzed on it. Very excited for it. this is a perfect example of how early access should be done. The developers is Mike Studios. I'm not sure. I don't think they've, let me look here. I don't think they've made anything before. Nope, this is their only game. And this is a very much like Nuclear Throne, though I like it better because it's got more of an RPG element. It's a roguelike mixed with Gauntlet, mixed with Smash TV. You're leveling your character. It's a lot of fun. Mike Studios, these guys are very, very active on the message board, and they've released 3 patches so far, or 3 updates, I guess. And they've really listened to what everyone has had to say about the game, actually listened, and actually made changes based off of what people are saying. Incredible! It's like so incredible. Each update has completely like changed the game. And not always for the better, sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. Sometimes it's like the one update, it was like, oh, half the things are good, half the things are bad. We'll keep the good things, we'll change the bad things, we'll try this. The difficulty has changed all the time, the way you level up your character, they've changed. Tons of things. I mean, really impressed of what they want. For example, when the game first came out, I really hated they had this mechanic where you were walking down a hall and all of a sudden you would click a hidden switch and this giant boulder, you weren't sure where it was going to come out, came rolling down. If it hit you, sometimes it was like an insta-kill basically. And in a roguelike, that's terrible because that ends your game. Well, the problem with it was that sometimes you got stuck or you didn't know where the boulder was coming. It just seemed really unfair. I complained about it, other people complained about it, and they fixed it. They marked the switch so you could actually see the switch, which you can then prepare for the frickin' boulder. Much better. And that's just one example of many of how they improved on their user feedback. Just very excited. And plus, not only is the game good, but I want to support them and give them a shout out because they're doing it right. They actually care. And I try to do that with my videos. I try to listen to what people say. As a fan of a game, I really appreciate it. But as someone that creates things like my videos and stuff, it's also kind of a mixed feeling because I don't know how I always turn to fan feedback. Because part of me is, I want to listen to the fan feedback, and I do. I really try to listen to the fan feedback, and I take it all into consideration. More times than not, I listen to it, I change it, and usually what they're saying works for the better. But certain things, you have a vision as a creator, and you want to stick with that vision, and anyone else's vision means it's no longer your vision. So I hope that the developers keep that in mind, that it's still their game, it's still their baby, that they can take all this advice, but they should still, in the end, do what they want. For example, when I started doing YouTube videos, I said, you know, a lot. I mean, a shit ton, you know? I play this game, you know? I go here, you know? And then I, there's one video and someone counted and I said, you know, a bazillion times. People have pointed it out. That was great, because now I've made it a conscious effort to try not to say that at all, or just very little. I probably said it a million times in this video, but I don't know. Well, there you go. I don't know. You know. So anyway, that is awesome feedback. Awesome feedback. Now, I've also had other feedback where people are like, for example, people want your face. They want to see your face. And I'm not hiding anything. Okay, and there is some videos where I do see my face, like my Oculus Rift where it makes sense. My Oculus Rift videos where it makes sense. Some other ones, I guess, where, like, I did a couple unboxings or whatever, and there I am. So if you really want to see me, I'm sure you can find what I look like. Very good looking guy, I must say. But the reason I don't do that is because I personally don't like them myself. And I know it's more of a popular thing, but I just feel it covers the screen. And I don't care what other people look like. I really don't. I would just much rather listen to the voice, concentrate on what's happening on the screen, and not have someone's face muck it all up. I also am not going to act like somebody I am not, okay? I am not going to act over the top excited about playing a game, because I have done gameplay videos and they've had somewhat success, I guess. Some of them have. And I guess the really popular ones are people acting all crazy. What are you talking a stupid voice the whole time? Or whatever the fuck. I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna act myself. I'm not gonna act like an idiot. Maybe well, unless that's how I normally act, I guess. But you get what I'm saying. Anyway, Dungeon Souls. Awesome game. Kick ass. Woo! Oh, I know what else I've been playing. For whatever dumbass reason, I started playing Adventure Capitalist. It's a free-to-play game, so if you haven't played it, try it out. It's free. You can give them money, though I don't see why you would. I mean, it's not pay to win. In fact, I don't even understand why it says I stuck 14 hours into this game already, which I think most of that is just from letting it run. Basically, all what you're doing is clicking. You're buying lemonade stands and oil companies and donut shops, and you make money and you spend money, and there's really very little strategy in this at all. But it's got this weird addictive quality about it that I can't quite put my finger on. And anyway, I started playing this. I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. And it's one of these things where you can turn it off and then you turn it back on in a few hours and, oh, look at all this money I accumulated. And you buy some more. There's different levels to it. I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun, though there's no strategy. There doesn't seem to be any skill involved whatsoever. I guess maybe a tiny amount of strategy of when you should reset and things like that. But you get what I'm saying is there's very little brain power involved in this. There's no skill whatsoever. You don't have to be good at aiming or anything like that. So I decided, well, this is easy enough. I'm just going to let it run and try to get all the achievements. This shouldn't take more than a few days. Well, that doesn't seem to be the case at all, as you can tell by my time played. Now I'm just totally in it to get the achievements to play it, because I don't even know why. I don't know why. And yet, I still somehow am drawn into turning it on and checking how much money I made and just clicking away. I don't quite get it. And I can't say it's a bad game, but I don't even know if it's really a game. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it. And a lot of people really like it, but I don't think anyone could really explain why it's so great at all. I dare somebody explain why this game is so great. What else have I been playing? Oh, Rocket League. Let me talk about Rocket League here for a bit. Now, Rocket League, which it's got a lot of hype, and I kept on hearing about this, and I went to the Steam page, watched the videos, looked at the screenshots, read about it, and I totally was convinced that I did not want to pay $20 for Rocket League. Just did not seem... It looked fun, I guess, from the videos, and I read the reviews, but nothing I would ever see myself paying $20. I kept on hearing more talk about it and how great it was, and I just did not see it at all. I don't very often pay full price for a game, okay? Especially something that I don't think I'm gonna like that much to begin with. But for whatever reason, and it's got overwhelming positive reviews, for whatever reason I decided to drop the 20 bucks in getting it. Got the game, and I am still very convinced that I'm gonna think this game is a mediocre game, right? It's just not for me. I played it for 5 hours straight on that thing. The servers were down at the time when I bought it, meaning you couldn't play online matches, and I played 3, 4, 5 hours just against the bots and had an absolute blast. A buddy came over, we were playing split screen, that was a lot of fun. Had an absolute blast. I've played some matches online since then, and I cannot believe how much I even like this game. If you don't know what it is, it's a soccer, as you can probably see right now, soccer game, and it's outrageously simple. There's gas, brake, jump, and boost, and a camera button. That's it. I mean, very simple controls. The rules of the game is hit the ball into the opponent's net. That's it. That's the whole entire game. Super simple. Outrageously simple. It's nothing complicated at all. But that's partly what makes it fun. You have this weird control of your car that it's so simple yet incredibly difficult to master. I am pretty terrible at it. If you look up YouTube videos, there's people that have literally mastered this game. This guy by the name of Kronovi, K-R-O-N-O-V-I, I believe, that has this ridiculous control of the car that he's just on a next level. It's unbelievable how good he is, that I can't even comprehend what he's doing. It's kind of like when you see, like, say, like a fighting game like Street Fighter or something like that. You can mash the buttons, and against someone else that mashes the buttons, you might be better at mashing the buttons. And then all of a sudden you learn a couple moves, and you're really whooping their ass because you know those 2 or 3 moves. But then you play or you watch somebody that is the next level, like a pro player, and it's like, wow. And that's what he actually brought to this, is he's like a pro player of this simple little car soccer game. I think then that's what makes it fun, is the little carrot on the stick of getting a little bit better. The game is filled with all these moments of smack yourself in the head because you dumbass, how did you possibly miss that goal? Or how did you possibly miss that save? It was the easiest save in the world and somehow you just fucked it up. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Or you'll watch the replay and you'll watch your teammates and it's like, oh my god, how did you miss it? But then you'll do the same thing. You know, so you're mad at yourself, but then it's just the opposite. It's filled with these moments where you make a spectacular shot or a spectacular save, and you literally just want to jump out of your chair and do fist pumps in the air. It's unbelievable. I feel like I win a championship belt or something every time I score a goal, or I'm gonna win $1 million. It's like, yeah! But awesome game, a lot of fun. Definitely plays well with a controller. I don't know if I can't imagine playing with a keyboard, but excellent game. All right, guys, and with that, I'm gonna cut it off there. Let me know what you guys think of this. Maybe I'll make them longer. I don't know. Maybe I'll make them shorter. Tell me if I should continue. What you think? I don't know. I'm kind of getting hungry. I think I'm going out to eat with some people. Probably gonna get some Mexican food. But anyways, GeniusPieTrap over and out. Later. Bye.
Victory.
The outcome was never really in doubt.
Eat my dust!
Let's have a go at it! Godspeed, you magnificent bastard! Giddy up!
It is good time to be giant man.
Guts and glory!